Morning. We're in the barn here. Today we're going to talk about this baler I got behind me. I was able to pick this up from a neighbor. It's an old Ford 530. It's been sitting in the barn for 30 years, so we're going to see if we can get this thing going. So what I did is I lubed everything up, all the grease fittings and everything, and I hope I can free that up. And I spun it over by hand. I actuated the knotters in the back, spun them over by hand. It seems like it's working. So I'm going to put some twine in this thing and we'll hook the tractor to it and to see if we can get it going. I'll kind of show you what the knotter system looks like on this. So as you can see, I got it all greased up. I took the chain cover off, lubricated the chain. I checked some of the timing as much as I know how, and it seems to be okay. But I will hook the old John Deere up to it here, and we'll give it a spin here. I'm guessing this baler is probably from 1960, late 60s sometime, around that era. What I had the most trouble with on this project was this this plunger down in here. It's kind of froze up. So I lubricated the heck out of it and I was able to start spinning it. I can spin it a little bit by hand here. You can see it moving just a little bit. So there's the forks that push the hay into the bale chamber. I'll give this thing a whirl. I'm going to start putting the twine in there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and tie the twine onto the needle down there. Okay, so I want to show you real quick how to run the string in a square baler. So on the bale of twine, or on the ball of twine here, you want to make sure you take out your twine from the center of the bale. So then you run it across. You got some eyelets up in there. You run it through these tensioners. There's a tensioner at the top, tensioner at the bottom. Run the string down through that guide there. Run the string down through the guide there. Then there's another guide underneath there by the needle. You should see a hole there in the needle. Then you'll run it through the needle, come straight across. So this is the needle right here. You'll run straight back here, and you'll just tie the string right here onto the needle arm. And that's all you have to do. Okay, so we got the twine through the guides, through the needles. Got it looped down here, and we got it tied here in the back. So I'm going to hook the tractor up, and we'll see if this thing will make a square bale. Okay, so I decided I'm just going to trip this knotter by turning this wheel here instead of just throwing a bunch of hay in there to see if it'll tie a knot. So I'm going to start the tractor up and see if this thing will turn. Like I said, this thing's been sitting for 30 years, and I think I got it freed up, but we'll try and see what happens. Start it up now. So here's an update on our Ford 530 baler. That was our barn find that we got from our neighbor. This thing has been sitting in the barn for 30 years. So I had to do a lot of work to this to get it going. I mean, it was locked up completely. I'm going to show you kind of the steps that I went through to get this thing freed up and start tying. We threw some straw bales through there. Well, we tossed some straw in there and it made a few bales for us. So it seems like it's working. So we're going to take it up on the hay field and see if we can get some hay bales out of it today. So hopefully it works good. So looks like the cat's at it again. Tell you what, she loves the camera. It's not a good spot for her right now. Won't be here in a few minutes. So I'm going to go over what's going on with it here. So inside here, where the plunger assembly's at, I know it's probably hard to see because it's dark, but that plunger assembly was completely locked up inside there. So I had to lube and oil, grease, everything in there. Got that moving and things started functioning pretty good at that point once I got freed up. The way I freed it up was I took a large pry bar and I would pry this flywheel back and forth, back and forth. I mean, hundreds of times probably. At one point I thought this bearing here was locked up on it, but it turned out it was free. It seems like things are moving decent. Just a little creaky sounds. And there's the old 530 sticker on it. All the arms in here, they were already free. You didn't have to do anything there. This trip wheel here, it was locked up. I had to get it moving. And I just lubed and tinkered and worked things back and forth in here best I could, get things going. I sharpened the knives the best I could. I had to replace that spring back in there, and that's kind of hard to see probably, but it's that shiny spring right back in there. This gear here was out of time, so I had to adjust that to get it to tie on this side. It would tie over here, but it would not do anything back here. As you can see, there's a knot there and a knot over there, and then we got a piece of straw bale in there. So I'm excited to take this baby up on the hill so I can make some hay for our goats. I would figure this baler is probably, I don't know, probably between 50 and 60 years old. There's the serial number and stuff on it. I had some clutch material start coming out of here. I guess friction disc or whatever they call it. So that might give us some fits. Maybe. I'm just going to take it slow. This one here is broken. This, I guess some type of tensioner. And these here are gone at the bottom. So I'm just going to slow and steady and see if we can make some bales. Okay, let's go up the hill. So here we are up at the hay field. We got our windrows made there. So I'm going to take this baler out of transport mode and put it in the haymaking mode and see what happens. So today we're pulling the baler with the John Deere 1520. It's a 50 horsepower diesel tractor. 19 probably 71 to 73. That's the one I just done the head gasket on, injection pump and all that. So we get to put it to work today. I just brought the hay rake up here and I raked all this hay with it. So let's see if we can get the baler going. We got finished baling our field here with the Ford 530. We had some issues in the beginning. It was mistying several times, and then it would do every other one, then it would get to two, then and miss one, then three, then miss one, and so on and so on. But after a little while, it started baling really good. I took this cover off because of the mistie, so I had to cut some string, twine back in here, and made a couple of adjustments, and I think we're doing pretty good right now. I think we got around 200 bales, I would believe, today. I guess we probably only done 3 acres or 4 maybe. I don't know. We're going to clean the field up here. I'm very happy with the way the baler turned out. It done its job today. I'm going to put this cover back on, clean it up real good, and we'll use it next time. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell. We'll see you in the next video.